as creators, we have to understand how to shift, and we have to understand that in social contact, in a social selling space, how we operate and how we build trust, like you mentioned, video is not the same way we do it when we're in a conference, or when we're doing outbound strategies or getting collateral out. It's completely different. The strategy here is different, and I think a lot of companies make an error there. They think it's the same, and they just copy and paste to the social platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this brings up another huge mistake they make, is that they think that all of their content should be about what they sell, right? And again, you tell me you love Gary Vee, like I talk to a lot of them, right? So a usual name that comes up is Gary Vee. Yeah. How much of what Gary Vee posts is about what he sells?
Zero.
Probably I think 10%, maybe.
I don't even know about that.
Maybe.
I don't even think that.
Because, the wine, the community, I think it's probably about 10%. But yet they want to go into a strategy where 99% of what they post is only about what they sell. And it's incredible to me, again, going back to auditing your own behavior. Which big players do you trust online? Look at what they're doing. Look at what they post. Is it only about what they sell? The answer is most likely no. Why do you feel like you trust this person? Because I always tell people, they have to see themselves like a diamond with many facets, right? You're not just a person in business that sells this thing. Why did you do what it is that you're doing today? What are the values in your business? What do you do outside of business? People will find a bridge to connect with you and stay sticky to you based on emotionally driven things that may have nothing to do with what it is that you sell. I have people that I know that I'll do business with, but the initial content that got them on my radar had nothing to do with what it is that they sell. But same thing, they've earned my trust, and I already have them. I mean, Rigo, you weren't there this morning, but there's someone, new client of mine. You know what she told me this morning? She said, I wrote down in my journal in May to contact you.
Really? It's interesting.
She's a client today. Came with her assistant. And so I also, that brings up another mistake. They wanting immediate results. People need time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Patience.
There was speaking of Gary Vee, there was I sent this to my team internally. I'm going to pull it up here real quick. Many of you are worrying about your years while wasting your days. You can't expect 30 years of results from 30 minutes of work. You need to move fast, but understand that your vision takes time. That was actually a Gary Vee post, and I was like, it's beautiful.
Exactly.
It's interesting. People will look at that and they go, oh, it's always instant results. Go look at anybody in any business. Go look at what they've done. There's a story. But if you even look deeper, there are years in that story. Nobody just makes it, but you have to start the process to get it going. You must move and start creating the habit, the routine, and like you said, building the consistency. So I want to switch over here to another question that I think is super important. How critical is personal brand building for individuals in any setting? I don't care if they're in a large corporate group and their job is business development or sales versus a solopreneur or entrepreneur, which I think a lot of times these people, it makes a little more sense. But how important is it for an individual to build a personal brand first in order to establish a better company reputation, like to strengthen their company brand?
I think that it's essential. I mean, so there's only one instance I'd say that it's not, and it's a serial maybe entrepreneur that doesn't want to be in the limelight, that maybe invests in several different businesses. But even then, there should be a face to each of those businesses. because I help people strategize that too, right? It's like, hey, I own 15 businesses. I have a few that I think would be really like accelerate with social media. And my first question is, are the founders willing to show up in content? Because there still should be a face. And so I think it's just, again, auditing our behavior. People connect with people. There are so many private equity even investors now that are blowing up on TikTok, right? And getting business and getting attention and earning trust because of it. I just interviewed one the other day, and it's like a private equity owner like doing social media. That's like unheard of, right? So um I think it's essential. And I think that if you're not doing it, you're missing out on a huge opportunity, even if your business doesn't rely on it.
And we are constantly talking about personal brand on this show.
It just to me, I can't stress it enough.
Right.
I can't stress it enough. And it's one of the things that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like that not everybody understands it, because it gives us an opportunity to create a value, right? But we've come to find that there are two massive elements when it comes to social content and when it comes to the creative, and that is entertain or educate. It's that simple. Sometimes you can do them both, but entertain and educate. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a call to action as well. There's nothing wrong with a call to action that says, hey, I can help you in these areas, as well. But what's going to happen is I want to first make sure you understand that I'm willing to give you value before I ask for your business or for an opportunity. Oddly enough, Shanae, I did a test run for a while, and I tried out a couple different methods of going about it. And I said, I wonder if the individual on the other side would be willing to listen to a business pitch first, and then get free training, free information, free content. And as many times as I tried it, they don't want to do that first. And it's like, promise 5 minutes, get the pitch, 55 minutes, free content. And it's crazy. They don't want to do it. Again, you come and realize how to speak to your audience. Okay.
Yeah.
To me, I would rather just get it out of the way. But you don't want to do that. You want me to wait to the end to pitch you? Fine. Right? I can do that. But entertain, educate. And when you do that, you create, like you said, trust, you build your brand, and then people want to understand what you can do to help them or pass you to somebody else, but they start to feel like they're getting to know you. And I think that's important. And yeah, Lorianne, we're constantly harping on that, because I watch a lot of my peers, out there, and they're just reposting like a corporate post, which already drives me nuts, because I'm like, boring. Like the posts are already like not engaging, And I'm thinking, you're missing an opportunity here to really start to get people to understand you. And in the end, we know this, right? People don't buy your product, they buy you first. So if you're in sales, they're going to buy you.